Yo guys, what's up? Back at the market today. I've just loaded up with a globe load and I checked the speed and it was really fast at the time I checked anyway. So I'm not prepared. I've not brought anything with me to like set you on, so you're actually scattered behind a packet of noodles, which you can probably hear anyway. You know what the annoying thing is? I've literally just topped up the Wi-Fi that is smart, if you know what I mean. And yeah, it's just nowhere near as fast as what this one was. But maybe I've just got a lucky day today. You're precariously here, but you know, I thought I may as well see what this is actually like. Sometimes the speed test just doesn't really make sense, and then all of a sudden it'll get slow again. But I'm going to assume that it's coming across okay. We're at the market today, obviously you can see behind, so that's all the market goings on there. I wish I could just get you set like right here, but I can't. There's no way I can get you that high, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I just wish I'd topped it up on my phone, because it would have just been better, because it's portable as well, instead of having to plug you guys in. But we'll just have to see how everything goes. Maybe if I get slouched down a wee bit, like, I mean, I want to be like down, I'm on a bench right now too, but if I do that, it's kind of okay. I don't really know. But yeah, I'm digging the background anyway that we've got on too. I like that. I like all the stuff going on with the vinegars and the different pancits and everything. Obviously, these ones, we've got two different types of pancit noodles here actually. We've got this super one, right, and then we've got these yellow ones. And I was actually testing these out the other day, and actually I did include the test in one of the vlogs that I posted, right? But pretty much there was Celine Dion, My Heart Will Go On, playing in the background, so I had to actually cut it out whenever it got a strike against it, or a claim or whatever. And pretty much during that I was testing out these two types of noodles to see if it was just the same factory that cuts them into the different sizes, because they are a different size. These ones are wider and a bit longer, and these ones are just more condensed, if you know what I mean. But whenever actually out of the packet I looked at them, they looked exactly the same, so I was thinking I'm right, you know, that they are just cut from the same big sheet and sold to different people. That was until I decided to snap them, and they're completely different densities actually, so it seems that they're made differently altogether, pretty much. Yeah, this is the best I can do. I don't know, so I'm just hoping that it's coming across. Yeah, what is that? You can barely see it. It's like vegetables. That's all there is here. Food and vegetables and tinned bottled goods, vinegars. We've got it all here. Come on down to Aberdeen and buy from this Sorry store if you need any vinegar or anything. Also different salts, things like that, all the goings-ons. And yeah, it's just the good old market day, market life. We've got a rice super there in the corner too. Rice is life, obviously. And what is it today? If you're watching it afterwards, it's like 9:30 at the moment here, and it's on a Tuesday morning. So yeah, oh, there's a guy there carrying a big thing of rice. Let me just show you guys. Look at that. See, last time I turned it around here, it completely like jittered out and everything. But that's just the general market life going on. The guy with the big thing of rice, lugging it over, getting it sat down. And then I'll try to move it. I'll try to show you my point of view of everything going on here. So obviously you've got to bear with my shaky hands, but there is the stock in which I'm looking at whenever I'm doing it. All those different bottles, and then all the different, I don't know, herbs and spices, and I think that's also actually dried fruit over there. I think it is. Let's see if I can get zoomed in on that part. Yeah, it looks like maybe paprika and the stuff that you put in with like halo, things like that. Obviously we've got other goings on over there. There's the fruit and meat section actually over there as well, along with kakanin stuff, different rice cakes, lots of different things going on. Then the magic syrup, everything that you would kind of expect. And then we're shielded, it's actually raining today, by these big tin roofs. Now, last time I had the other Wi-Fi here, I think that was kind of what was blocking it or something, I don't really know. But again, the test could have been wrong, in which I've just did. So I mean, I'm not really banking on it, actually being the right thing. But we'll just have to wait and see really until I watch it back, and I'll just assume that it's okay as always until it isn't. But yeah, you're balancing on noodles right now. It's absolutely great. Trying to get you guys all steady and everything. It's like, stop moving, just leave it for goodness sake. But I can't. If I leave that, it's gonna fall. I think. I don't know. It might fall eventually. But yeah, I hope everyone's keeping well, having a good time. This was kind of a last minute thing. Well, sort of last minute. I got up earlier on this morning at about, I don't know, 6:30, something like that. And then pretty much I had my coffee, thought that, okay, right, we're not doing much today, we're going to have a chilled out day, not really do anything. And then I was like, oh, do you want to together me market later? Because my mum has to do something. And I was like, just after I finished my coffee, and I was like, right, okay, that's fair enough. I'm going to go back and lie down then. So I was lying down, had my face mask on, and then Anne comes in and literally slaps me on the face to get me up. Literally. And I was like, what are you doing? After I woke up. And it's time to go. My brother needs to give us a lift there, and he's going to school afterwards, so you have to hurry up. And I was like, okay, right, okay. So I got up and was like, oh, but I don't have any load on my phone, so I did that. And now I'm here doing this after all that. I'll not keep it on for too long today. I do want to kind of watch it back and see what it's like. I will always test it in future where I am before starting a stream to see if it's worth it. I think it needs to be over like, I don't know, 15 each way, but this was like 60 download and 20 upload. And I've did a good stream before whenever it's like 15 download and 20 upload on the smart thing. So, I don't know. If it stays this way, that's pretty darn good though. Nico, in the morning I wake up at like, it really changes, but sometimes I wake up at 5:30. Like this morning I was kind of up at 5:30 because I needed to go to the toilet and things like that. And I just stayed awake and looked at my phone and charged it up because it needed charged. But really it depends, you know, sometimes anywhere between 5:30 and 8:30. Pretty much, it's never usually later from that, definitely before 9. And I mean, I think the earliest I've been up since I've been here, it's been over a month now, is 4:30 in the morning. And it really depends what the rest of the family's doing too. It's such a close-knit sort of space that once one person's up, everyone starts to then just get up pretty much. And if you're not up and awake moving around, you're probably awake anyway. Just because there's all the animals wake up wanting fed as soon as they see anyone too that's also woken up. So yeah, it's pretty much like a community sort of feeling that way, and being part of the family in which the family owns a market stall, it's usually involved in, and also farming as well. It's always early, you know. Back home I would usually get up maybe, if I don't have work that day, maybe around 10, maybe 9. And if I had work before I left coming to the Philippines back home, I maybe would at the earliest have gotten up at around 5 a.m. to start work at 7 a.m, maybe 5:30 depending on how far I had to walk if I was staying at my mum's, things like that. But over here, certainly 5:30 to 8:30 roughly. Each day changes, but it's in and around that. Where are you from anyway? Because it's 9:30 coming up to 10. It was 9:30 whenever I looked at my phone earlier, so it's probably coming up to 10 now. But yeah, I don't know what time that means it is where you are, Nico, but hopefully it's hopefully you're happy to be up anyway, and you've did all that. I've got to do some stuff later too. I've got to go and get deodorant, funnily enough, and I think other things, like, I don't know, I've only had my 1 cup of coffee today, and I would still like to get more of that into my system, maybe after this, and maybe just generally look around the shop and show myself all the things in which I want to choose things out of. So I'll do that later. I'll probably only keep you on for like 20 minutes or something, unless something like, I don't know, like a fire breaks out and I have to be like, whoa, look at this, or, you know, I don't know. The unknown happens, that could also happen too. But yeah, I've actually also just today, again for anyone watching this afterwards, just uploaded the vlog in which, I think it's, what's the title? I've forgotten the title of it already, because I did change the title last minute, last night. And I was literally up editing it all day yesterday and lying on my shoulder on the bed, and I've like locked it into place or something. Um, but yeah, I was trying to get you to try and watch that if you haven't already. So what's it called? I think UK Farmer in the Philippines or something like that. Um, but it's really good. It shows you basically the whole process, because I was able to show the whole process because there's been two different fields planted. So there's one which is finished right now, and they're showing are being collected. Sorry, all of the green beans. And then there's a field right beside it where they're like 3 weeks behind it, so you can just see them starting to grow. So pretty much in that whole vlog, I can show you the process of them being picked, transported here to the market actually, and then also I think I have a halo halo while I'm here, but then go back and water the green beans, something like that for the ones which are still growing. And honestly, it's really good to see the whole process, because honestly, it hasn't really been raining that much in the past few weeks. Really, it showed signs of it, but obviously, if you're growing stuff or you're around people who are growing stuff, you need the rain to be quite consistent, at least every 3 to 4 days, something like that. But if it doesn't, then you've got to figure out a way of watering them somehow, which is easier said than done whenever you don't actually have a hose or something like some people do. So you've got to get the water from the well or the lake, or is it the lake? Yeah, the lake I think you call it. And I show that in the video too, which has just been uploaded. So basically it's us going on a trike with a big barrel and going to the lake, filling that barrel up, getting one of the market things that goes overhead, I think I call it a tarp, and getting that over the bucket or the barrel, so that whenever the trike's moving along a bumpy road, it's funny, the bumpy road, then all the water is splashing. I'm sitting below or above a bucket which is below me, and yeah, the water's going on my bum and everything, and it was really, really fun one to film, to be honest. I seen something come through there, let me just check. Yeah, 5 or earlier. Like, I mean, coffee, cooking breakfast, do some stuff, then 6 or 7, taking a bath, and 8 to start to do. Yeah, well, it does get hotter usually later on, doesn't it? Whenever you've got up and you've did a few things, it starts to get really, really hot, and then you don't really feel like doing anything. So you kind of have to do that manual stuff first, and then if you don't have your shower, I'm finding, before a certain time, then it's usually, I would just wait till maybe, I don't know, 4 in the afternoon, late afternoon really, maybe 3:30, I'll start getting prepared. Oh yeah, in the video I also show, because basically it went, I was awoken by the sounds, it's really busy, you should come out and see. So I got up and was like, oh, what? And then looked over, there's the water guy coming on the trike, and then there's the green beans being all bunched up. So there was so much going on, and then before I had time to have a shower, I was asked, do you want to go to the market with the green beans on the trike, which is coming soon? And I was like, yeah, okay. And then I did that, and I didn't have time to do a shower whenever I was actually, I was just completely struck out of my usual routine, and everything seemed to happen all at once. So it was like, I don't know, what would you call it? It was just like, it took me out of my comfort zone for that day, and I was like, oh my goodness, can I just have my shower? But I was like, no, I want to film this too. And I'm glad I did, right enough, because being able to look back at it yesterday and edit it, it was really, really good. And I've got a good feeling about it. But what was I saying? Yeah, oh yeah, at the end of that vlog then, which was just up today, I also show you, because it was my first opportunity to have, at the end of the day, me having a proper shower at the well. So you'll see at the beginning of the vlog that there is the river, or the lake, that we're getting the water for the plants, and right beside that is the well. So yeah, that's pretty much that. I'm trying to work out how much gigabytes this is going to be, getting this across to you guys, because I think it's only like the 99 one I bought, and basically it's like you get 8 gig streaming or something free with it. I don't really know, like, so I'll find out. But if it runs out, it'll just run out. It won't eat into any sort of balance that I have or anything. I did see, what was that? 9 a.m. to 12 noon. Well, maybe 9 o'clock it is. It is roughly something like that. I find that it starts to get really, really warm by like 11. I can cope with it maybe up until around 10, and then half 10 it starts to get like, you know, if you were thinking about wearing a hoodie, maybe during that time, you'd have to take it off at that point. Like this morning, it's because of the rain. I actually had my hoodie on. And I don't very often do that unless it's pretty much raining and I'm in shade, because like the wind with the rain makes it really cold. If you're acclimatized, which I am by now, to dealing with the really hot heat, then once the rain comes, it like sends down a big gust of wind, and it's just really it's actually cold, which is nice. Like, it's a weird thing in saying, but I've got this frame of mind that I would have, and it's like the weather can really affect it. Because whenever it's like this, I feel like I'm at home a bit more, because it's that general sort of dullness, but I find comfort in that because I like feel all cozy and stuff. But over here, whenever it's not been raining and it's really sunny, it's like more floaty, and the sun's out and everything's more bouncy emotionally, if that makes any sense. But whenever it's rainy and cold, it's more rigid. But I feel quite at home there too. So I like both feelings, and I like all weathers really, to be completely fair. But more of the sun, hence why I'm here too, if you know what I mean. But yeah, you're right in saying that, Nico, 9 to 12. Roughly, depending on where you are in the Philippines, it is different that way. But yeah, as this is my first one, I just wanted to see what it's actually like. Is it worth buying another globe load, like at a bigger volume? I don't know. I've already bought the stupid smart thing for like, it was free, what was it, 850 I think it worked out at pesos a month, instead of 1300 for buying 3 months at once. But then, even after that, I looked on Lazada, and it showed the smart thing that I had for $5.99 on a promo if you bought the machine and re-registered it, which was annoying after spending that then. And then now, obviously, finding this and seeing the speed, like I kind of hope that it is actually the speed all the time, because then that's going to be good for future things. But for right now, it's kind of annoying considering what I've just spent on the stupid smart one. So part of me doesn't want it to work, but that would only be to be like, I haven't wasted my money. But in the long run of things, I would prefer it if the Globe is going to stay like that, speed for the future, because it means I could just buy it on my phone after the Wi-Fi's run out, and be portable too, and also save money on plugging the Wi-Fi in too, because that eats up money as well. So yeah. But for now, I'm going to end this now anyway, because it might not have even came across well, and I might end up deleting it anyway. But anyway, thanks very much guys, and I will see you in the next one.